All right, we're back on that leaking 2015 Mercedes AMG 63S. From a couple days ago I released the video, and we're looking at the fitting that was leaking. Let me zoom in on it. Where's my zoom? Come on. Right there. That was the block fitting. Let me zoom out a little bit because that's a little too much. But that was the leaking culprit right there. It looks much nicer now, and it appears they've got the OEM condenser instead of the aftermarket condenser. But what they also replaced was the line. The line was damaged. So the owner of the body shop decided he wasn't going to let his guy deal with it. He took it to a mechanical shop. What the mechanical shop found was the body shop man accidentally slightly offset when he was installing the line right here into the block of the condenser. It was put up at a slight angle, misaligned, and then I guess he used the nut to force the line into the condenser fitting, and it actually damaged the metal on the line. And don't know, I didn't get to analyze it. Don't know if it was because maybe the machining on the aftermarket condenser was bad, or the technician just made an accident. And some people will say, well, there is no accidents, you just weren't being careful. But you got to remember, when you're dealing with aftermarket parts, condensers, sometimes they're screwed up and your technician won't know, and he'll try to put them together and break things because of the aftermarket condenser. So it got a new line, a new what appears to be an OEM condenser this time, not a effed up aftermarket. Let me back out. They replaced the line, and now that I'm looking at this compared to before, the wiring is much nicer. Everything is put back very straight and nice now. So yeah, I was at a mechanical shop. Such a difference when somebody cares. And so it was replaced all the way up to here. That line right there, going back and down. I'm drawing the vacuum on it, and we're gonna find out how it goes after this. But yeah, that was a expensive mistake for the owner of the body shop in two ways. One, customer did not get his car delivered in time, so you have a not very happy customer. Two, mechanic made a mistake. He doesn't know if he made the mistake. Well, maybe he knows. Or can he blame it on an aftermarket part and that caused him to make the mistake, but the owner doesn't know, so he blames the technician. So the owner's unhappy, the technician is unhappy, the customer's unhappy. The garage that this was sent to, they got to make some extra money because they ended up selling a new condenser, a new line, doing it right, and it appears not to be leaking now. I'm going to nitrogen pressure test it right now to double check. Before I finish my vacuum, I just did a quick vacuum to remove any contaminated air before I pressurize it with dry nitrogen, because remember, this was taken apart. It was sitting in another shop. And if there's any contaminants of air and moisture in the system, I don't want to, under high pressure, drive that moisture deeper into the system and into the oil, and then have to work with vacuum to try to remove it, or at least reduce the amount of moisture contamination. So I throw a quick vacuum on there first. Now I'm going to go get my nitrogen tank, drive the pressure up, and test that fitting for leaks prior to me filling up the system. All right, next video.